There is a code that runs the world, an invisible operating system that separates the extraordinary from the average, the masters from the masses, the top 1% from the other 99. It is not about your background, your education, or your luck. It is about the software you are running. And the brutal truth is, most people are running the default program, a program installed in childhood, riddled with the viruses of self-doubt, the malware of limiting beliefs, and the bloatware of other people's opinions. And you wonder why your life keeps crashing. You have been trying to build an empire on a failing operating system. You have been trying to run the applications of wealth, of happiness, of freedom on a mental software that was designed for mediocrity. It will not work. You can hustle harder. You can work longer, but you will always be limited by the constraints of your base code. But the 1%, the architect of reality, the true masters of the game, they are running something different. They made a conscious choice at some point in their lives to uninstall the default program, and they installed a new one. A clean, powerful, and ruthlessly efficient operating system designed for one purpose and one purpose only: to win. This is the mental software of the top 1%. And today, you are being given the installation key. The first module of this new software is a radical re-understanding of the nature of your own mind. Your mind is not who you are. Your mind is a tool. It is a biological supercomputer. And like any computer, its output is entirely dependent on its programming. Garbage in, garbage out. For years, you've been feeding your mind the garbage of the world. The fear from news, the envy from social media, the limitations passed down from your family and friends. The first act of the master is to stop the flow of garbage. You must become the firewall. You must develop a new, aggressive form of mental hygiene. You must have the discipline to stand guard at the gateway of your own consciousness and to deny entry to any thought, any idea, any piece of information that does not serve your ultimate purpose. This is not about ignorance. It is about strategic focus. A great general does not allow enemy propaganda to be broadcast to his troops. And you must not allow the propaganda of mediocrity to be broadcast into command center of your own mind. This requires you to have a purpose, a clear, definite, and non-negotiable vision for your life. This vision is not a dream. It is a program you are writing. It is the target you are giving to the servo mechanism of your subconscious mind. A mind without a clear target is a computer running 1,000 random processes at once, its fans screaming, its energy wasted, achieving nothing. A mind with a clear purpose is a dedicated server, channeling all of its immense power toward the execution of a single vital application. This is the power of clarity. The top 1% are not confused. They know with absolute, unwavering certainty what they want. They have written the code for their desired reality. They have defined the parameters of their own success. And this clarity is a magnet. It is a signal that organizes the chaos of the universe around their will. Look at the story of any great builder. Look at a titan like Andrew Carnegie. He did not stumble into a steel empire. He began as a poor immigrant boy with nothing but a crystal clear, burning vision in his mind. His purpose was not just to make money. It was to build the very infrastructure of a new, industrial America. That purpose was his operating system. Every decision he made, every partnership he forged, every risk he took was a subroutine executing the master program. He was not distracted by the non-essential because his mind was completely, utterly, and totally consumed by the essential. This is a level of focus you must cultivate. It is the first upgrade. You must move from a mindset of distraction to a mindset of obsession, a magnificent, healthy, and productive obsession with your own chosen purpose. This is a foundation upon which all other modules are built. You must first decide what program you want to run. You must define the victory condition, because the mental software of the top 1% is not a defensive system designed for survival. It is an offensive weapon designed for conquest. And you cannot conquer a territory you have not first defined on your own map. That map is drawn. Your purpose is defined. Now, you must write the code. The raw, powerful, and ruthlessly efficient source code that will run your new operating system. And that code is your belief. Your beliefs are not just casual opinions. They are not hopes. They are the fundamental, axiomatic truths upon which your entire reality is built. They are the physics of your own personal universe. The default software of the masses runs on a code riddled with limiting beliefs. I am not smart enough. I am not worthy. The world is a dangerous and scarce place. And their lives are a perfect, bug-ridden execution of this flawed code. The software of the 1% is built on a different set of axioms, a code of power, a code of certainty. It begins with the unshakable, non-negotiable belief that you are a creator, that you are the dominant force in your own life, and that the universe is a field of infinite potential waiting for your command. You do not hope this is true. You decide it is true. This is a foundational line of code from which all else is built. And once this new code is written, you must run it. And the processor that executes this code day in and day out with relentless consistency is your discipline. Discipline in the world of the 1% is not a grim, joyless struggle. It is a smooth, efficient, and automatic execution of the master program. The software success does not tolerate the virus of procrastination. It does not waste processing power on the bloatware of trivial distractions. It is designed to do one thing: execute the mission. The disciplined mind does not debate whether to do the hard work. It simply does it because the code says so. It does not negotiate with its own weakness. It simply follows the program. This is the end of the internal war. When your vision is clear and your belief is absolute, your discipline becomes an automatic, effortless consequence. You are no longer fighting yourself. You are simply running your code. And the output of this code, the result of this flawless execution, is intelligent, powerful, and decisive action. The actions of the top 1% often look like magic to the outside world. Their success seems to appear out of nowhere, but it is not magic. It is a logical, inevitable output of a superior internal operating system. They see opportunities that others miss because their software is programmed to scan for them. They take calculated risks that others fear because their software has already run the simulations and accepted the potential costs. They are not braver or smarter. They are simply running a better program. Look at a visionary like Elon Musk. His actions, building reusable rockets, creating a global satellite internet, revolutionizing the electric car industry, seem superhuman. But they are the logical output of his core mental software. A software program with an audacious vision for the future of humanity, an absolute belief in the laws of physics, and a relentless discipline to execute, no matter the obstacle. His actions are not a struggle. They are the simple, powerful execution of his code. But what happens when the program encounters an error? What happens when the action leads to failure? This is where the elite software reveals its most powerful feature, its debugging protocol. This is resilience. The default software of the masses is brittle. When it encounters an error, it crashes. The result is an emotional breakdown. Anger, despair, blame, surrender. The system freezes. The software of the top 1% is not brittle. It is anti-fragile. When it encounters an error, it does not crash. It runs a diagnostic. A failure is not a personal tragedy. It is a bug report. It is a priceless piece of data that reveals a flaw in the code. The untouchable mind does not get emotional about a bug. It gets analytical. It isolates the problem. It asks, what was the flawed assumption? What was the error in my strategy? What is the lesson here? It then rewrites the code, patches the bug, and reruns the program, now stronger, smarter, and more efficient than before. This is the process of evolution. It is the art turning every setback into a system upgrade. The masters are not those who never fail. They are the ones who have the most efficient debugging process. They learn faster, they adapt quicker, and they welcome failure as a free, high-speed education in the science of success. They understand that you are not just a user of this software. You are the programmer. You have the power to rewrite your own code at any time. And this is the final, liberating realization. You are not the ghost in the machine. You are the architect of the machine. You are the programmer. And you have the power in this very moment to access your own source code and to begin a complete system rewrite. The life you have lived up to this point has been a result of the program you were given. A program of limitations, of fears, of other people's rules. It has run its course. It is now obsolete. Today is the day you begin writing your own program. A new operating system, built on a new set of first principles. A program of courage, a program of resilience, a program of infinite possibility, a program of your own design. This is the great work. It is a journey from a life of default to a life of design, from a life of reaction to a life of creation. The tools are at your command. Your purpose is your master application. Your belief is your source code. Your discipline is your processor. Your actions are your output. And your failures are nothing more than valuable data, opportunities to debug and upgrade. So look at the keyboard of your own mind. The cursor is blinking. The screen is blank. The infinite potential of the universe is waiting for its next command. What is the first line of code you will write today? Will it be the code of your old excuses? The code of your familiar fears? Or will you, with the quiet, focused, and world-creating power of a master programmer, begin to type a new command, a new function, a new destiny? The choice is yours. The terminal is open. Stop running the old software and start writing the code that will change your world.